Today at 69% available, Dylan Strome is the Shallow League pickup of the week.
Yeah, I feel like Dylan Strome has his little moment where he gets hot seemingly every season now. He's a streaky player. And I think in this case, it's a matter of not just Strome playing what Alex Ovechkin is picking, playing with Strome, Ovi's scoring touch, and that's helping Strome get more points, get more scoring opportunities as well. He's got 10 points in his last 11 games. He's got 4 goals, 7 in his past 6. And Strome, who's never been really a shooter, he's always been more of a playmaker. He's already got 20 goals and he's shooting the puck the most he's ever shot it in his career, 2.2 shots a game. So he's giving you a bit more variety in that statistical profile, which to me makes him arguably the most valuable he's ever been. So he should be owned in most leagues right now.
All right. The medium league pickup is Andrei Svechnikov of the Montreal Canadiens. I wrote about him earlier this year for Daily Faceoff, saying at the time in November, you got to figure out what you're doing with his ice time. You got to figure out because you got to give him this confidence to prove like what he could do. You're in a big market, a lot of pressure, and he was not performing. But ever since, he's been fantastic.
Yes, the main note that I wrote down was, it's happening, because it is. He's on the first line with Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield. He's on the top power play unit. He's got 8 goals, 16 points in his last 21 games. He's got 6 goals, 9 points in his last 10 games. And on the year, 89 hits in 52 games. So this is now, if you're in a banger format, he's a must-own asset. It's happening for Slavkovsky, late bloomer, not even that late. It's his second year in the league. It's not like he's 25 years old like Tage Thompson, but it's coming together for this kid. He's physical, he's big, he's starting to get his swagger, and I feel like he's arrived in fantasy as someone you want on your team.
Yeah, that's good to see because I know, it wasn't that long ago that they drafted him. It was 2022, only 2 drafts ago. But I know for Habs fans, they were a little nervous when he got drafted, very nervous when he wasn't producing. But he's finally starting to do some good stuff here. Although I think if you're a Canadiens fan, you want nobody producing at this point because you're looking at like Chicago and San Jose. They keep finding ways to get worse. You got to kind of join the trend there, I think, this year. Going up to the Deep League pickup of the week, Barrett Hayton recently came back from injury.
Yes, still available in 96% of Yahoo League. So people have not really woken up to his return yet. Was out 3 months and now just back only a couple games so far, eased into the lineup with the Coyotes, playing on the 4th line, only playing about 13 minutes. But to me, he was the Coyotes' #1 center at the beginning of the year, and he was last year as well. And nobody really stepped up in his absence. Logan Cooley wasn't quite ready, obviously, as a rookie. Jack McBain is just, he's fine. He's just kind of there. It's not like he's a frontline forward in the NHL. It's not really what he's built for. So to me, the opportunity is still there. Once Hayton has his legs, I fully expect him to get the #1 center job back. And his ownership does not reflect that. It seems like people have just forgotten about him. And last season, let's remember, he was huge in the second half, especially March, which is a crucial component of the fantasy season, especially in head-to-head. 8 goals and 17 points in 16 games last March. So Barrett Hayton, I think, is going to have his moment before the season's up, and you should grab him.
All right. And the WTF pickup of the week is MarkAndre Flurry. But before you answer or mention why you think he's this, do you think he makes Canada's Four Nations Cup tournament team?
I don't think so, because I don't know if he's going to be playing hockey again 1 year from now. And it's funny, we're recording this on Monday, February 12th. The tournament starts 1 year from today. And Steven and I will have roster projections, early ones going up on Daily Faceoff in the coming days and weeks, including Canada this Tuesday. And I just finished thinking about that right before we started this pod. And I don't have Fleury on my team because I just think he's going to be retired. I think that this is it for him. And that ties into why I have him as a pickup. He's available in 47% of leagues. We know this is probably his last ride. It sort of has that vibe, right? Look at his visit to Pittsburgh. It felt like it's his farewell, right? And he's actually just been good, even with the Minnesota Wild, since December 1st, .915 save percentage. But there's still a chance he gets traded to a contender and gets a chance to start. He has that no movement clause, but if, let's say, a team like New Jersey, Carolina comes knocking and he knows that going there means he'll get a crack at the starting gig, I think he will waive it and take one last ride, right? So those are the 2 teams I'm really looking at, Carolina and New Jersey, because I think in both those situations, he has a pretty strong chance to be the #1. And in that case, his fantasy value goes through the roof, especially if he goes to New Jersey, because they're just absolutely lost with their goaltending right now. And then Vitek Vanacek also a little bit dinged up to boot. So that's someone who can be a league winner. MarkAndre Flurry, if he gets that last ride, could be shades of, Marty Brodeur in the 2012 run with the New Jersey Devils that year when he was suddenly recapturing the Magic.